I'm here in Los Angeles, California, speaking with Sarah in Melbourne, Australia, about her struggles with anxiety and how she has been able to overcome them. Sarah, welcome, and thank you for sharing your story with us today.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
According to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, there are over 40 million people in the United States who suffer with an anxiety disorder. That's 18% of the population. And in Australia, I looked it up last night, and 14% of adults suffer with anxiety. So we here in the United States have you guys beat in terms of anxiety and stress. So unfortunately for us, the anxiety sufferers who are part of the Anxiety Solution series suffer from a range of symptoms. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the symptoms that you experience and when your anxiety began.
When I look back, I've had anxiety all my life, from when I was a little girl, but obviously I didn't really know exactly what it was, heart palpitations, etc. I used to constantly worry. So when I was studying for my Bachelor of Accounting, I was always worried about exams and what if I fail and I'm going to be a failure, my family's not going to be impressed. And I really felt that my grades, especially the end of the year ones, suffered as a result. Right before my wedding, a month before or so, and I had my first anxiety attack, and that ranged from, it went extreme to hyperventilation and to the point where we had to call the ambulance. So I felt like I was having a heart attack and didn't know what was happening.
And did you have regular panic attacks?
After that, I did, unfortunately.
How often were you having panic attacks?
Well, I would say about 3-4 times a week. So
did you tend to avoid being alone? Did you avoid going places?
Oh, most definitely. I avoided going anywhere that I was going to be on my own. So just in a matter of 2 days, I became totally dependent on people and dependent on being with people. So my life changed dramatically in just 2 days.
And what types of things did you try to help you overcome this?
Unfortunately, here in Australia, they are big pill pushers. So I was given Valium, tranquilizers, stuff like that. So I was taking those every day. And so by the time I was married and on my honeymoon, my dose tripled because I was just so addicted to it by the end of it. And that's really how I dealt with it for the time being. I did see a couple of psychologists, but it just didn't work out for me.
Now, I met you in an unusual way. You emailed me because you said that you had listened to a Stress-Free CD, which is a relaxation CD that I produced. You said that you liked it and wanted to know if I had any other products. Is that essentially it?
Usually I'm not the type of person to email people or say, oh, great product, etc. But really, I felt slowly like I was already getting better or able to at least relax for those 20 minutes.
So when you emailed me, I told you that I'm coming out with a product called the Anxiety Solution Series. It's 9 self-help discs for people who suffer with anxiety, but it wasn't quite out yet. You'll have to wait a few weeks. And the first day when it came out, I emailed you, and I think maybe you got it that day or perhaps the next day.
Yeah, that's right. So I purchased it straight away.
Yeah. So since listening to the Anxiety Solution Series, since using this self-help program, tell me about how your symptoms have been. Have you been having panic attacks?
Well, the good news is I'm not on Valium anymore, so that was great, and that is thanks to the Anxiety Solution course. And the best part of it is that I can control it. I have the tools now to reduce it to nil.
Have you been going out? Have you been venturing out places alone?
Yes. And my biggest achievement, believe it or not, was I wasn't able to go to the hairdressers because, of course, you're there for, an hour, 2 hours, and you can't go anywhere when you have dye in your hair. And I just hadn't done my hair for so many years, just because I was just too afraid. And now I'm able to go to the hairdressers, and yeah, it's really nice.
Nice. Well, your hair looks lovely today.
Oh, thank you. See, that's evidence.
That's right. And do you go other places?
Yeah, and Of course, probably one of the most important things is I'm able to drive now to work. I work 40 minutes away from home.
So now you can drive to work on your own. And
Yes.
have you been, when was the last time you actually had a panic attack? Like a full-blown panic attack?
A full-blown panic attack? I reckon it was easy a year and a half ago.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what was your anxiety like, your symptoms like, prior to the Anxiety Solution Series, and what would you say it is now, approximately?
Before the Anxiety Solution Series, my anxiety was, in my opinion, 10 out of 10. Well, since doing the Anxiety Solution Series, my anxiety maximum to a 3.5, I'd say, and it has never gone beyond that point.
It feels like your world has opened up again.
Yes, it has, and it's opened up at the best time ever, because I have a child, and my main goal now is to not bring that anxiety into his life. Yeah.
Fantastic. Congratulations, and fantastic job for working so hard.
And thank you for developing it and making it, because I've never seen anything like it, and I've been searching. So, yeah, it's fantastic that you've got a product out there that anyone in the world can purchase and help their anxiety, basically. So no one needs to suffer with anxiety.
Well, thank you again for joining us. I really appreciate it. And all the best to you and your family and your new baby.
Thank you.